matter and the truth of the matter.
Hey y'all, it's Auntie Ashley, the Clinical Cookout, and it's Friendly Neighborhood Therapist Friday. When it comes to blackness, black culture, black people, I am very much passionate about it. But here's what. I'm going to tell y'all a little something, and I got 3 things I want to leave y'all with. 1, let us not forget that blackness and whiteness are inventions. Historically, blackness and whiteness were created by a Portuguese writer/scientist who put us into these boxes, created the 5 races, the main 5 races that we split ourselves off into, and that have become the thing that divides us, not based on our differences in a good way, but based on our differences in a way to put us in hierarchies and superiority and inferiority type of boxes, right? So that's first and foremost. The concepts are created. Blackness is something that was given to us. We ain't asked for it. But you know what we did? We took it, as we do so many things, and we made soul food from the scraps. We made beauty for ashes. We created a culture throughout the diaspora of blackness that is unique to us, that is beautiful, and that should be celebrated and appreciated by us and other cultures. However, we know that that's not the case, and that is why some of us feel the need to gatekeep, because at the end of the day, you created it to put us behind a gate. So how can you get mad if we want to keep what we create behind that gate? When it comes to defining blackness, it's virtually impossible. Okay, it's an impossible task because it's so nuanced. But simply put, black culture is just the cultural expression of black people, and it has been influential on every part of the globe. Black culture is about the range of customs, traditions, rituals, spiritualities, art forms, languages, vernacular, social behaviors that emerge from our experience in this world. And I say this world as opposed to just this country because the diaspora is vast. It's not just Black Americans. It is the Caribbeans. It's the motherland, Africa. It's all of that. Blackness, black culture is actually all of that because all of that has contributed in some way to what we created. So that being said, please understand that when you have a diaspora of things, subcultures within a culture, you have to realize that it can't be monolithic because it consists of a rich tapestry of unique ethnic, regional, and national identities. So this is why it's so hard to define, but we know why we want to gatekeep it. Now, that being said, 3 things. 1, there's a difference between black culture and black culture. Black culture is all the things I just said, right? It's the things that make us rich and beautiful and vibrant. It is the sum total of our contributions to this world. That's black culture. Black culture, on the other hand, that's a lifestyle standard made up of assumptions and stereotypes, about black identity. And it's often what is commodified and capitalized off of in order for those outside of our culture to make money off of our culture. Black culture, in that sense, is modern day slavery. It's another way to make a profit off of who used to be considered property in a way that's more palatable. Number 2, it's not so much that we have a problem with people embracing and appreciating our culture and even sharing and partaking in it. What most of us have a problem with is appropriation. To take something that we created, take it out of context, make a mockery of it, and destroy it in a way that we never intended. Something once considered less than and negative, created by us, is then taken, brought to mainstream, and now it's deemed acceptable. But why was it acceptable when we did it in the first place? And then not only is it taken, but it is made a mockery of, and that's the problem. Because when you take something that we created and make a mockery of it, it's a form of disrespect. And then last but not least, although there is no way to put black culture and blackness into one neat little box because it is so nuanced, what we do know is it is not something that you can cosplay. You can't just put on the costume of blackness and take it off when you see fit. In fact, when you do that, when you cosplay our culture, the things that mean so much to us, that's a form of dehumanization. You are saying that our culture is to be played with, is to be put on, and taken off. When at the end of the day, we can't take this off. We can't take out this melanin. We can't take off this skin. We can't take off our rhythm and our blues. We can't do none of that. We are that. So even though Blackness was created in the 1450s to put us in this box, to put us behind this gate, now it's rich, it's vast, it's beautiful, and it's ours. And we fine if you appreciate it. Just don't appropriate it. Don't take it and make us a commodity. All right, y'all. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful rest of the day. And the aunties will see you next week for our new theme.